Welcome to Weiser Wednesday, episode 4. Last week, during Weiser Wednesday, I talked about the importance of seeing differently. And we talked about how to see, zooming in, zooming out, looking from the perspective of an employee, from a customer, from a partner, from a supplier, so that you get a fuller, more robust picture. But we didn't talk about was where to look. Now on Monday, in my post, I talked about understanding the new reality. What's going on in your world, in the world around you. And it's not just about understanding once, it's about maintaining that understanding, because during this period of flux where everything's changing, we need to be maintaining that understanding. Yesterday in my post, I talked about preparing being the new planning. Now, through different speakers that I've heard, articles I've read over the last couple of weeks, everyone has talked about preparation or the lack of preparation and about being unprepared. Not that we would have expected COVID-19, but we would have thought through a variety of scenarios of, what could possibly happen. Now, when I talked about preparing as the new planning, I said yesterday the first step in doing that is taking stock. So understanding where you are in your world. Now, when I talk about taking stock, it's important to understand a few things. If you look at the center, that's you, and you have control over your immediate world. As you get further out, you have some control, some influence. Your organization has some influence. And as you get out, you have no control and no influence. So if you think about this in terms of our world, in terms of where we are, we have you in the center. You have the company and what's going on inside your organization. Who does your company interact with? Customers, the market, suppliers, partners, the community right nearby. But then as you get further out where you have no control and no influence, really the environment, what's going on with the government, with regulations, what's going on with COVID-19, how are your neighbors and fellow citizens acting, what's going on in healthcare, what's going on in technology and media, communications, in terms of what people are aware of, that you don't have control over. But this entire thing is an ecosystem. And you can't just look at one piece in isolation, because we've seen over the last couple of weeks, months, that all of this is connected, and you need to pay attention to that. Now the question is, who needs to have these discussions? Depending on which circle you're in, if it's about you and you're talking about your company, then you want a mix of people from different levels. You want leaders, you want mid-level employees, you want frontline workers who are out there interacting with the customer, because that's the information you need to have. As you get further out, you broaden that circle. Maybe you're talking to customers, maybe you're talking to prospects, maybe you're analyzing the market a little bit more. And then as you get further out, it's really about awareness and being aware of what's going on in the environment and how those pieces are interconnected. So where that is depends on who needs to discuss that, depends on where you are. Now, as you're doing this, I think it's important to start at the center and to begin to ask questions about what's going on internally. Whether, can be looking at operations, can be looking at the organization, can be looking at how the customer experience has changed. But you have to start there. Now, in my upcoming posts, I'm going to go and begin to seed some questions for each level when you're going from internal to further and further external to help you and your company build its awareness. Now, if you'd like to talk about this further, you can contact me at j@jweiser.com, and I'm happy to offer a complimentary consultation and talk about how I can help guide you through that process. So with that, look out for my posts over the coming week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Stay well, be safe. Thank you.